They say dogs are a man's best friend, but for almost 140 years, the American Humane Association has been the best friend of dogs and other animals around the world. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the association's animal rescue efforts and of its history of working with our nation's military and first responders, a history that dates back to World War I and extends forward to the search and rescue efforts of September 11th and beyond. Many of the animals the American Humane Association helps go on to serve and protect the men and women who protected us. And the association is hoping to increase the number of certified service dogs working with our nation's veterans. And joining me now are Dr. Robin Ganzert, the president and CEO of the American Humane Association, and her friend, Axel the dog. Welcome, both of you. Axel, I'll get to you in a moment, but Robin, let me start with you.
Yes.
So, Robin, your association has been in existence for 140 years,
yes,
but you're celebrating a 100th anniversary. What did you begin to do 100 years ago that you didn't do 40 years prior to that?
40 years prior. At 140 years, we were founded. We were working on farm animal issues, ensuring humane treatment for animals being shipped on railroad systems out west, our herds and our flocks for farmers and ranchers. And then 100 years ago, we were called to serve our country, to actually go overseas before U.S. boys went overseas to serve in World War I. We were called by the Secretary of War to rescue and shelter cavalry horses in the trench warfare. And at that time, American Humane Association served 68,000 war horses a month.
Wow.
During the horrible trench warfare that was World War I.
Wow. Give me some of the places that you have gone to since.
You know, we were at Pearl Harbor. We were at Hurricane Katrina up in more modern times, Superstorm Sandy, the devastating EF5 tornado that really just decimated the town of Moore, Oklahoma. We were in Fukushima, but we were actually also serving in 9/11. We were actually the first responder team. We had brought our big Red Star rescue vehicle where we helped to decontaminate the search and rescue dogs who were really working hard to find, you know, survivors of that horrific day that goes down in our memory as 9/11.
This handsome fellow that I've been ignoring so rudely for during this interview.
He is handsome, isn't he?
Axel, the dog. What's his story?
You know, Axel is our service hero dog of the year. Axel was 2 to 3 days away from being euthanized in a shelter in Florida before he was rescued. And he was trained to be a service dog for one of our returning wounded warriors. You know, our returning wounded warriors who are coming back after serving on the war and terror, they face those invisible wounds of war like PTS, TBI. And Axel was trained to be a service dog, to be matched with a war hero. I'm so pleased to tell you today that Axel was matched with Captain Jason Haig.
Who's here with us?
Who's here with us today, a United States Marine Corps veteran who actually served was given the medal, the Purple Heart recipient, distinguished, battle experience in Iraq and Afghanistan. One of those incredible men of courage and, service members who've served our country with honor. As I think about what Captain Haig returned to after his service to our country, he faced 32 medications, a difficult home life. He retreated into his basement. It wasn't until Axel was brought into his life that he was able to be normal again. And I'm so proud to say that Captain Haig now serves as our national director for our Center for Military Affairs, and he helps other veterans pay it forward so that we can make sure we put a leash in the hand of every returning warrior.
And that's one of your biggest missions now, right? Pairing these dogs with veterans. And what's the criteria for determining which veterans you're going to help? And what do those veterans have to do in order to be able to participate in the program?
Well, we always talk about who rescued whom, right? Because many of these are rescue dogs that we seek to train. We have 4 million in this country, healthy, adoptable animals that are being euthanized every single year. And for us, I think about the returning war heroes. And I think, how can we not solve this problem? Take these healthy, adoptable animals, train them to become a forever loving companion and a service animal to these members coming back. So our goal is to create the first ever national training service standard. This is a groundbreaking initiative that we'll be launching this summer.
All right. Well, Doctor, thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. And Axel the dog, thank you to you very much. Axel, don't ignore me. There you go, my boy. He's a good boy, going better.